subscribe, or you hate dogs. Alright, I'm Craig and this is Diary of an Angry Scottish Golfer. This is a weekly YouTube video series that I do that just tracks my progress trying to get better at golf in all sorts of manners of ways. If you enjoy golf YouTube stuff, please consider subscribing because that would be really nice. Like, the idea behind all the videos is like there's usually a theme that you can tell from the thumbnail of the video. The whole point I started these was to get my thoughts out onto paper, as it were. Not paper, but the world, so that I'd be less of a pain in the arse and less of an angry person, hence the name, Diary of an Angry Scottish Golfer. And along the way I've done a few of those vlogs, and what I've decided is I'm going to do like a monthly video. So this is going to be April, and it's just, yeah, geared towards what I'd initially started out to do, which was just vlog, get my thoughts out. So there's not really a plan. Well, there's a plan, there's just a couple of things I want to talk about. Like, it's not really going to mean a lot to anybody, but for me it's just to get the thoughts out of my head. Is this a golf ball? Ooh, Kirkland. Ooh, Kirkland. College school, they're good golf balls. So yeah, there's a couple of things that I was going to chat about today, but really there's not a plan. So feel free to switch this off if it's not for you. Not bad. Birdie. It's probably the first birdie I've had in about 3 years, it feels like. Rhythm and tempo, that's what we're going to have. Come on. Don't try and hit it hard. Just rhythm. Not the best strike, but in the middle. Right, so first point on the agenda that I had tonight was dogs. During the week I rescued a dog, or I'm going through the process of rescuing a dog, I don't know, from Spain. I was very lucky. One of my good friends had rescued a dog from Spain through a Facebook group called All Spain Rescue Dogs, and he put me on to the owner, the volunteer, I don't really know how I'll put a photo up of the dog. I decided, because he's from Spain and because I play golf, I decided to call him Sevi, obviously. So I've rescued a dog, which, I mean, I've wanted a dog for a long time, but difficult to do with the pandemic and stuff, and I got conned out of a few puppies, like a few puppy scams. So if anybody like has any advice on rescue dogs, like any good recipes for like food or whatever, like recommendations, that would be really cool. It'd be really appreciated because I'm a new dog owner. So yeah, I've decided to rescue a dog. Why is that linked to this golf YouTube channel? Well, it's linked to this golf YouTube channel for a very specific reason, and I'll tell you that in 1 second, but I need to hit the shot. Let's do a bit of golf chat, shall we? So this is a slope. Obviously ball's above my feet, which is going to want to make the ball go left. The pin's back right. So if I try and cut it against that, it's probably just going to go straight. 133 yards, it's pretty cold, it's pretty windy. I am going to try and just advance an 8-iron, like a kind of half swingy 8-iron thing, not full. Don't want this to go above the height of those trees. Pretty much just going to start it on the pin line, and I'm anticipating it moving left. Yep, that's what I want to do. 133 yards on that line. That's short. Go. There or thereabouts. Made the green. It did everything that I said it was going to do. It moved left. Yeah, so about the dogs. So Sevi was in a bit of a rough way when they found him. He had a chain around his neck, and so I don't know if it was like so tight it was embedded, or it just been on for so long it's been embedded. So yeah, like I said, I'll put the photo up of him, and he looked really sad. So how is that linked with my golf YouTube channel? Well, so the way that YouTube works, right, is I don't know if anybody thinks that like I make money off this. I don't make money off this. This isn't my job. Like, I have a job, I work in a bank. So I don't make money off YouTube. And it's not my intention to make money off YouTube. I never started this to get into the industry or whatever. Literally, I have zero interest. Grenade. 45 feet. That is a long putt. Sit. Oh, fuck me. Push it. Not even near, really. Christ. Shite second putt. My go-to is to like pretend that I wasn't trying or I wasn't concentrating, so I've got something to blame it on. But yeah, I tried, I just missed it, annoyingly. Oh, beautiful, straight down it. I don't make money from YouTube, it's not my job. It's no intention at all for it to be my job. I don't know how long I'm going to do it for. I actually trolled a couple of people during the week with an April Fool's that I was quitting, which was pretty fun. I didn't think there would be a way for me to use this to contribute to anything remotely meaningful in any kind of nice way. Having seen the work that Carolyn and these rescue people are doing, combined with the stuff on the channel, has given me a kind of bit of an idea, like a purpose of what I can do. Like, my plea is, if you enjoy these videos, or you think you know someone who might enjoy these videos or whatever, if you can share it or subscribe, because I want to try and get to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize this YouTube channel so that I can donate the money that it makes to All Spain Rescue Dogs. So I think it's like a good cause. I think that's a way that, I mean, you can essentially donate to charity by watching these videos or clicking the subscribe button. It would be nice to do something nice. Nice to be nice. Subscribe or you hate dogs. 61 yards into a little bit of a wind, so I'm gonna hit my 52 and I'm gonna just try a little rhythmed kind of chest to chest on that big tree. See what happens. That's unfortunate. It was a bit too much club. That's gonna leave a really hard putt. Good. So yeah, when I say monetize, like it never costs anybody who watches these videos money, or if you subscribe, it doesn't cost you money. The money gets generated from advertisers who put their video, like their adverts on the start of the video. It's not going to cost you any money, but inadvertently you'll be donating to charity just by watching. So that's point 1 done. And my blethering. Dogs. Dogs are good. That wasn't a bad read or a putt. That was quite tricky. Part. So talking point 1, dogs. Talking point 2, I write notes for what I want to talk about. And point number 2 was golf. Gonna elaborate a little bit on that. Like I'll combine two points that I wrote down, golf and also target on my back. So with doing these videos, like it is good in that for me, I get to just like chat through things I'm thinking or whatever, and I get to, for some people who enjoy like sharing the practice games, or they get anything out of it in terms of like ways they can practice, or I don't know, maybe there's things I do that they do or don't do, or I don't know. So there's good things that come out of it, right? But there's bad elements as well, because I've always practiced as much as I practice. That's not changed. But now people are aware of it and people can see it tangibly. Like you can watch these videos, you can see what I'm doing. Like I shared my March practice schedule. For me, like that kind of paints a bit of a target on your back in that, like I played a game this morning with a couple of people that I hadn't played with in ages, and I was pretty buzzing to play the game because I have been playing quite well. So I was like getting ready to go and I was like, quality, here we go. Like these guys are gonna be like, oof, not played with him in ages. He's playing really well. I know it's just stupid or whatever, but that's what I was thinking. I showed up to play the game and I played absolutely awful. Like, no offense to any 20 handicappers out there, but like 20 handicap level bad. I've tried to make a few videos this week, a couple of things that I was trying to do and I just wasn't really feeling it, wasn't in the mood, yeah, I tried to do it a few times and I just wasn't keen. Couldn't be arsed, wasn't keen, tried it a few times. It felt forced, it felt like I was being fake, so I didn't do it. I try and keep these videos light-hearted, but also I try and keep them as not fake as possible. Is that a word? Authentic, that's the word I was looking for. Tea, just picked up a tea. Sorry, I promise I don't have COVID, or if I get COVID from that tea, I won't sue the club. Better hit, but it's up. Oh, come back, go on yourself, son. Nah, pish, up the left. Shout out to, that sounds really stupid. There's a guy who is an honorary member / ambassador of this club that I'm a member at, Rathel Park. His name's Andrew Oldcorn. He is a former European Tour Pro and I believe he's currently like on the senior tour or whatever. Exceptional golfer, obviously. He shot 59 during the week. He shot 10 under par at this golf club. He broke 60. He broke his age. He broke my heart when he refused to come on this channel. I don't think he'll watch this. I don't think he, maybe someone will tell him that I said that. But yeah, it's all in good. It's all in good spirits, Andy. I know that you have no idea who I am. But once when I was a junior, you said that I had a good swing. That means a lot, mate. It means a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot. I'm f***ing losing my mind. I am f***ing losing my mind. Oh God, I'm absolutely unraveling in front of your very eyes. What the f was I talking about? Bit of a difficult shot here. So this is the ball. This is el targeto. Better practice my Spanish, my dog's Spanish. No poop on carpet, por favor. Try and bump and run a 7-iron. Whenever I try and bump and run these sort of shots, I can never really get them to turn over very well. Like hook, they always seem to want to go. I don't know if that's because I leave my hands out or whatever. So I'm going to try and hook this. So 120 yards. I want to try and land it just over the slope of that hill, which is maybe 50, 60 yards away for a bit of hook. So that's the shot. See it in your head. Don't think too much about it. Feel it and play it. See, it just went straight. Yeah, it just goes. That's literally, I could have just walked up and placed that where I thought it was going to go. Just missed the green right. It's just every time. They never hook. Yeah, so like I said, sometimes it can be quite hard because making these videos, people can see how hard you try, and then people are able to, I mean, people can do what they want, but people are able to take like little pot shots at you, talking about how many balls you've hit. And then obviously, yeah, if you feel like if you have a bad score, they're just able to go in on you and start to rip you and stuff. And it's like, so it makes you question, like, is this really worth it doing these videos and stuff? Because it's like a point of diminishing returns, eh? Like, when you start to feel like the pressure's on for you to play well because people can see how much you're trying, is a bit like, what's the point? Try and land this on this kind of soft bit here. Land, it just bounced right. Landed pretty much where I wanted it to. Way too hard. Way too hard. I don't really have a point. But yeah, like I said, sometimes making these videos and stuff, as fun as it is, when people start, like, they can see you're trying and stuff, and that was always my thing, like, kidding on, even like on the putt of the second there, like I was kind of like half, my go-to instinct when I missed it was like to pretend that I would just come up with excuses, pretend I wasn't trying, and it's just like my go-to thing. And when you do these videos, people can see how much you're trying, and then when you don't play well and you want to play well, and like, I don't know, people can just jump in and rip you, and it's just like, yeah, okay, very good, very good. That's just the shot every time. Try and bring it back. That's up the middle. Oh well, there you go, I've hit an absolute shiter or something in the middle. It's so funny. Oh well, I feel better. Feel better already just getting all that shit out. But to say, so yeah, the point of these videos is just going to be me playing a few holes and just blather. 91 yards, downwind, but also uphill. Keep that rhythm. Rhythm feels quite good. Pulled it right down the flag. I mentioned in last week's video, the swing speed video review, I mentioned a guy who does reviews, Aaron Ellis. Him and myself, obviously, we both do YouTube stuff. We're going to pair up and we're going to do the longest day. We're going to do 4 rounds in one day. So it's going to be 4 of us. Myself, Aaron, it's obviously 2. He's bringing someone and he says I have to bring someone. So I said I'd put it out on the YouTube channel if anybody was interested in doing it with us. Coming on YouTube, playing 4 rounds in one day. So if you want to do it, obviously the longest day is like a good few months away. It's in June, so you've got a bit of time to think about it. 25 foot downhill. Hit the fucking putt. Good putt. 140 yards into Hurricane Katrina. I don't know if you can hear, but it's windy as. This is where I struggle because I try and hit it harder. So it's just rhythm. Keep that rhythm. The guy I was talking about earlier, Andy Olcorn, you can't tell if he's hitting a pitching wedge or a driver. The swing just looks the same. Keep that idea. Rhythm. Oh, it's like a bullet. It's on it. This could be a hole in one. That's close. Such a f***ing annoying game. I was honestly suicidal earlier. Now I've come out and I'm hitting all right shots. Thinking about like genuinely thinking about selling my clubs. Thinking about how can I stop the YouTube channel. Like, what will I do? We'll have to do a video. Come out and playing all right. Subscribe to this channel. Otherwise you hate dogs. Golf. Golf until you hit good shots, and then it's like, golf's great again. It's such an annoying game. I've changed the way that I've been reading putts. So, for example, on this putt here, trying to visualize a hole just before this hole that if my ball was to run through would go in. So I think if my ball was to run through a hole kind of here, so like straight through there, it's got a good chance of going in. So I've got the point that I think it's going to break through. I'll maybe put a visual up on screen. If I then imagine a straight line from my ball to the hole, where I've got my little aim point, I'm going to double the distance high, so that's where I'm going to aim at. That's going to be my aim point. Typically people will aim at the apex of their putt, and you're always going to miss low that way. You're probably picking the right spot to aim at, in terms of like if it goes through there, it's going in the hole. But the issue is you need to aim higher than that so it's going to roll through your aim point. If that makes sense. I really should hold this putt after all this blethering. Oh, please go in. A little bit high. Wasn't bad. Rhythm. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. Slow and controlled. No, just don't hit at it. Just hit a rhythm. Ripped that. That is ripped. Davey Campbell, you absolute hero. DC waiting to the 16th hole to tell me that I was trying to take the paint off it. I'm fucking hitting it good again. Yay. I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself again. I can't say that. Can't say that. 140 yards into a fairly strong wind. Well, it's winds that way off the right, kind of. Punch a 700. Not that this will help anyone, but when I try and hit shots low, the feeling I have is that I try and really concentrate on keeping that arm bent all the way through impact. My tendency is to straighten it, come up, straighten it and flip. And if I feel like I keep it bent, like right the way through, I can cover the ball a bit better and it tends to go a bit lower. So we'll see. I mean, that's the plan. 140-ish yards, I think. Oh, I've absolutely nailed that. I might have hit that too good. So I'm always worried that I make these too depressing. Moan, moan, moan. I hit that absolutely brilliant. Absolutely nailed it. It's landed pin high. It's just chased a little bit through. That's it. Yeah, that's not bad. Knock it in with a little wedge. Morning I was quitting golf. I was never playing again. So I was teeing off at 8 AM. By 8:30 AM I was done with golf. 12 hours later, back. Back loving golf. So yeah, we've covered a lot of stuff today. I'm going to play a few more holes, but like I say, I do like putting a video out every week. I tried to make a few this week, I just wasn't interested in, just wasn't feeling, so I wanted to make something. Decided that at the start of the first video of every month would be one of these videos where I just wander, chat about what I'm chatting about, not really an agenda. But yeah, if you like it, great. If you don't, doesn't really matter, does it? People don't like stuff. Other than that, please subscribe, share it with people who you think might like it because of the dog thing. I think that's a nice thing to do, and I think if I can do something like that, that's nice. So we should definitely all do that. So as I say, if we get to the point where I can monetize the channel, then all the money is going to go to charity, all the money is going to go to the All Spain Rescue Dogs. I'll put links to their details below if anyone else is interested in adopting a dog. I'm sure the dogs would definitely be grateful. Sevi will be appearing on the channel very soon. He'll be here in a couple of weeks. He's currently in Spain, and it's, I don't know how warm it is in Spain, but it's 6 degrees here. So he'll be loving that, loving freezing his nuts off here. Well, his nuts are getting taken off probably today actually. Poor bastard. Thank you very much for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. I was depressed at the start of this video. Depressed, that's the next strong word. I was really annoyed at the start of this video, doing this video, coming out, forcing myself to do it. It's made me feel better. So if you've watched this right to the end, I massively appreciate it. And yeah, see you next week for a more normal video. Bye bye.